In this video, we will cover 6 cutting edge generative AI projects spanning from different AI domains and including different AI architectures. Let's dive in. So here we will cover 6 projects where it will cover 2 projects from Agentic AI, 2 projects from RAG based and 2 projects from NLP. Each project is designed to showcase different aspects of modern AI development while addressing genuine industry pain points that companies are actively looking for. First of all, we'll see why these projects. Because in today's date, agentic AI is gaining momentum. According to a industry research, there is a significant increase in the job posting which require agentic AI, and at the enterprise level, RAG system are getting started to implement it. So we have also included 2 RAG based project, and according to that, 2 became specialized in NLP because generative AI at the end is the advanced version after of the core NLP system. That's why we also include domain specific NLP project, so that it will make you specialized in the NLP applications that can give you a higher command than other candidates, because most of the candidates may come with the different kinds of Gen AI like RAG or agentic AI projects, but they may not have the core NLP projects, which you can we can see in this video. Let's go down in the projects. Our first project is tell from the agentic AI. First, we'll cover first agentic AI project, that is the talent acquisition agent. So here the challenge of the business problem is the traditional requirement process are very much inefficient or sometimes biased, and they're time consuming, or they have to be done by the manually by the humans. Especially HR team spends lots of time of their time, mostly more than 50 to 60% of the time, on simply screening the repetitive resumes or doing similar kind of task on every day, where their average, if you see a simple research, their average time to hire a candidates is going from 30 to 40 days. It may happens with you as well, right? And 70 to 80% of candidates are dropping out due to this slow process. They are very much getting frustrated. I also was sometimes getting frustrated when my interview happened at some times, and it takes minimum 1 month to get the result of the interview, or sometimes interview screening happens, and to schedule the interview it takes months. So this was a very pretty frustration the candidates will get, or it is also a very much loss to the organization. So here we will build a autonomous AI agent system that that is that much intelligent that it can do the talent acquisition task by handling the complete recruitment workflow. It will not only screen the resume, or it will not only conduct the interview. It will conduct the end-to-end process of a complete workflow with minimal human interaction. Obviously, human interaction is needed, but we it should be tried to keep as minimum as possible, where it will have different core functionalities. If you can see, it will have different core functionalities. Like first, it will try to screen the resume, where it will analyze the resume against the JD with the skill matched in the resume with the job description, and it will evaluate based on based on your experience and your resume. It will do the evaluation, and once the candidate pass that stage, particular stage, next it will schedule interviews, where we will use agent, where it can go and it can send emails. Okay, it can send it can send invitations, it can do rescheduling. So these all have to be done by the agents. This where agents are play, because agents, what is agent is which can do which can think, which can act, and which can perform the task with the help of external tools. First, we at the first step we are screening the resume. At the second step, we are doing the interviews, scheduling interviews. At third stage, we can do a pre-screening agent. We can build a pre-scanning agent. Which can ask some basic questions, because sometimes some candidates may got who doesn't have basic knowledge as well. So pre-screening is mostly like audio kind of or video kind of interviews where a agent will join and it can ask some question, and it can listen from the candidate sides. So where mostly an audio based model you have to use. Next will be our assessment. In assessment, it may, if required, it may do some written test. It may do some technical test and evaluate those responses. Then will come the decision support. In decision support, it will help you. It will not give the final result, because final result we will keep at the recruiter level, because this is not this is at for the this is about the recruitment. We're not keeping everything autonomous. We should keep a human intervention. So here we are keeping the interview level. So interview has to be done by the human after the pre-screening and assessment agent. And based on the we can add the, again one more suggestion I just got it, we can add the agent in the interview process. So it can record the session and it can do analysis based on the what a recruiter is asking and what candidate is doing the response to that those. And it can help in giving some suggestion to the recruiter to whether select for the next round, or to do more evaluation, or to reject the candidates. It can do. And it can also do the communication after once the interview is done. It can help in doing the communication to the candidates. So in this, if you see, we can use our tech stack like LangGraph or AutoGen for building our a multi-level or multi-agent. Basically, we can use different agent. Here, either we can build single agent, but single, for example, one agent for doing resume screening, another agent for doing interview scheduling, another agent for doing pre-screening, another for doing the evaluation response. So these all agent you can take and you can combine. Then obviously you will need LLM models. You can use GPT-4, you can use Llama, you can use any model depending upon what if you want to go with free kind of version, you can use Hugging Face. Small agents also available, that is free. There you can easily integrate with Hugging Face models. There also you can go. And I have added here PostgreSQL because you need a database to store all the information. And fast API always needed when you try to build the application. You need an APIs, and you need sentence transformers. As I said, in Hugging Face, you'll get a lot of sentence transformer models or embedding models, because you need embedding models. And Whisper I've added because if you are adding agent like who will do pre-screening or phone conversation or initial phone interviews, then you need a audio model. That I have also built created a sample dashboard. It's not like you can build the same dashboard. You can it's just to give a intuition to it how you can start thinking of building an application. It's not only about building the backend or the building the agent. It's all about building the application and showing the result to the recruiters, because until unless you are not visualizing your output, no one will understand how good a technical is. Obviously the core technical recruiter, they can understand your technicality involves in all these things. But to make everything good, you always need a visual dashboard. So I have created a sample HTML file here. So like how many candidates you have, active candidates are there, how many interviews have been scheduled here, what is the resolution rate, what is the average time taking to conduct an interviews. Okay, so like this is some of the metrics we have been added there. And here is like some notification are popping up continuously. This HTML link I have added in my GitHub profile. You can find from there. I have added with if you see and go to my here we have HTML folder, right? Inside HTML folder we have HTML link for all the 6 projects we have. Okay. Yeah, coming back to this. So here we are showing some top candidates for particular job description. Who are the top candidates and what are the status of them? See, you can if you have any help who can build any friends who can build for you this dashboard, that is very good. Otherwise you can use I forgot to add those skills in the repo. I will add it after this video. I will add those, like you can use Streamlit or you can use Gradio to build this it may not be this much of dynamics how it looks here, but you can build simple with some simple simple KPIs and some simple 3 to 4 KPIs you can build, and it will give you the result, real time analytics result, right? Always it is good to make the recruiter understand how good your system is, rather than just talking in the technical. If you show this dashboard and speak it they will make more connect to it, right? Okay. So first we have covered first agentic AI project. Next, go to our second RAG based project. So first RAG based project is a customer support chatbot. Again, we saw the first project which we did is specific to the HR domain. Now, what we this customer support chatbot, it is very it is not specific to any domain, because it can be applied to any of the domain, be it aerospace domain, be it automobile domain, be it healthcare domain or education domain. You can apply this to any domain, because everywhere you need customer support. Be it our what you can say, e-commerce domain, you can apply to anyone. If even Flipkart, Zomato, they are having customer support, so it will be applied to everywhere. So what happened is, see, before to this generative AI, there are customer supports. There are people sitting in in the other sides of the system, and you have to ask the question, and they have to understand it. If they know the answer, they will respond it quickly. That's very fine. But if they don't know, they have to go through the information. They have to search it, and they have to give the answer. And there, sometimes what happen, you are getting many repetitive questions. Suppose there is some common questions, right? But common question, I am asking the same common question in some way, but there are other peoples who will ask the same question but in different way. So there will be human, so you cannot create any documentation for that. You can create any FAQs, but people hardly read FAQs. They'll directly come and they'll ask, even they have the FAQs, right? And also sometimes what happen, people need the support 24/7. First of all, it will address the main point that most of the customer queries are repetitive, and this can be automated. And second major thing is, it can be available 24/7. So this is a completely RAG based approach, where where you have to take the customer queries. You have to go through external sets of information, be it like their product documents or their FAQs or their policies, or their historical ticket resolutions. You have to go through there. You have to create a RAG pipeline, or you have to create the embeddings of them. You have to store them in a vector database. You have to apply the retrieval pipeline. Depending upon response, you can apply advanced retrieval pipeline, some like read anchor kind of things you can apply, like which will retrieve the answer and can give us to the result. Also here, so some of the few more things, some of the few more things, like you can add here escalation management, right? Because every question cannot be answered by the system. Okay, so you can integrate with any ticketing tool, so that or sometimes, if not that's not possible, because you need cost may be involved there, you can simply like assign to any human. You can write it, you can now contact to this, you have seen that, right? Sometimes agent comes, they give some answer, but sometimes if you keep talking and they not able to understand, then they pass it to the human. You can keep such a backup, because every question cannot be answered by the system, right? So here it will start with understanding the intent of the question, then going to the vector database and retrieving the perfect chunk. So here, most thing is you need a good chunking strategies. How good you are chunking those documents or FAQs or whatever you have uh, from the input side. Then you have to create a personalized answer, because sometimes it depends upon, you cannot give the same answer to every customer, because customers has different types of behavior. The kind of response I like may the kind of it will not be the same kind of response you will be liking. So they have to understand my preferences, because my information always will be there while I am creating my profile. They will show the application will have my the information, so you can use those information to customize with respect to my personalization. Then you can integrate this with multiple set, like you can ask through chat, you can ask through email, you can ask through voice. There are different multi-channel you can create to ask the question. Then always you can build you can always add at the end from the customer feedback, and ask the customer to give a proper feedback, where if they where whatever the feedback they give us, you can collect them and use for fine tuning this model, or improving your rack pipeline. So here you can use tech stack like langchain you can use, here you can or llama index kind of thing you can use, and if you're going to langchain, there are a lot of integrations and providers are available there. You can connect to AWS, you can connect to Azure, you can connect to open source models, you can connect to closed source models, you can connect to Hugging Face, and you have a lot of vector database integration as well. You can you have FISs, Chroma, OV8, Pinecone, anything depending upon what you can what is suitable for you. If you're starting with the project, I will suggest go with FIS Chroma because they are first of all free, and they are easy to use as well, and they're easy to understand, because always try to understand how this vector database work, because you have to decide which vector database is good for you depending upon your use case, right? So here if you go to the output dashboard, you can simply create a dashboard like this, where you can start with a default question. Hi, I'm an assistant. Like, how I can help you with some sample question you can give, so the customer will get an idea what kind of question or what type of question, because answering getting the result from the LLM is all about prompt engineering, right? How good your prompt is, that much good response will be. So if you are able to help the, always user will try to ask the question in a short way, but if you try to what to teach the user, like you can, if you ask them this way, you will get a better response, like giving some sample questions, right? In that way they will get they can ask better question and you can provide better response. Okay, so this is a sample chatbot kind of interface where and you can build some of the dashboard where you can give some KPIs, how many questions received, how many questions answered, how many questions escalated to the human, what feedback you got, depending on the feedback, how many positives are there, how many negatives are there. Okay, again you can build one say on those reviews, you can build another NLP model to analyze those reviews, right? Or to do find that there is an additional task. It will become very big project if you properly take. So if a so all of the projects which we mentioned, it's not like all the six projects you have to build. You can choose any one two project and build properly. That is enough for your resume. It's no need to go and build all the six projects. Okay, so this is our first RAG based project. Next, we'll cover our first NLP based project, that is e-commerce review sentiment analysis. Why I kept this project, right? In the specific to NLP NLP context, because here you will deal with a lot of data. Because if you go to any of the website, be it Amazon or Flipkart or uh, or Mintra kind of Snapdeal kind of things, you are receiving a lot of reviews. For example, in one of the research I get to know that Amazon are receiving more than 1 million or 1.5 million reviews daily. See, these many reviews, these many text data, collecting. First of all, you have to scrap those web data from the website. So first of all, here you are including web scraping. That is a very good step or very good what I can say skill to add in your resume, right? Web scraping from the internet with this many big size amount of data. So that's why we have chosen a project in such a way that it will not only help you just build a project. It every project has its own purposes. Okay, so then once you collect all those reviews, first of all you can try to distinguish between fake reviews and good reviews, which are genuine reviews, which are not which are fake reviews, because most in most products, they many people use bots to give reviews, either if they want to enhance the performance. Sometimes products are not good, but they will use bots to just increase the ratings. You have to detect, build some take robot or what kind of models, and try to do fake reviews, not fake reviews, or genuine reviews. Then you can build sentiment analysis on it, right? That is the main core of this project. Sentiment analysis reviews. In sentiment analysis reviews, what happened, right? In sentiment analysis reviews, you it's not only about positive or negative classification. You try to go beyond, little beyond that if possible. Start with positive and negative classification of the sentiment, or try to classify them into one, two, three, four, five multi-class classification with the reviews, right? This is a good review, this is more positive, this is less positive, this is more negative. Try to build that. If those, sometimes the reviews ratings available, but this is collecting, after collecting all those things, right? So yes, as we discussed, these are some of the core functionalities, right? Analyzing sentiment for the specific product or features, or uh, identify specific emotions, using machine learning to identify fraudulent reviews, as I mentioned, tracking how the sentiment changes. I mean, these are some of the KPIs. We will go to our output dashboard, and we will see what kind of. I have here from the texture point of view. We have added Spacy here. Elasticsearch is just to have an database. You can use an database there, and Spacy and NLTK or Stanford NLP kind of library you can use to build or use core NLP functions kind of thing. Or for Hugging Face, obviously you can use or Olama kind of platform. You can go and check some open source models. And if we go to what else are there? These are the key features. That's fine. If we go to e-commerce, right? So this is a classic. I just build a simple sentiment analysis, real-time dashboard process. We can. I take an example of mobile phones, right? There is iPhone, there is Galaxy, and there is a Google Pixel phone. And for all three phones, a particular product. Again, we are doing with respect to each of the products. For Pixel 8, suppose overall sentiment is 73%, and sentiment have increased. From last one day, or over last 1 week, it has been increased, or may have decreased. How many reviews you have got there? How much? What is the fake reviews rate there? Right? Uh, then if we go to Galaxy, so here you can show with respect to Samsung phones, and these are some of the with respect to features of the that for that particular feature, because in product you may get reviews for particular features, right? What is the battery life, what is the camera quality, what is the value for money, what is the build and design, how is the build and design. So for those you can also build sentiment analysis on a high level. I mean, these are some ideas. It's not like you have to build all of this. These are some ideas you can collect and you can build. These are some of the alerts and some of the train analysis, as you said. You can build all those things. These are some insights I have already can go through these. Next NLP project is a contract analysis of name entity recognition system. So this is technically identifying and extracting different name entity recognition from the contract elements. A contract element will have different entities, for example, dates, for example, bill amount, or first party, third party, or some monetary amount, or some terms and conditions, some of the legal terms, right? So these will be some of the contracts available. Here you can use OCR because sometimes you, because try to collect your both image and PDF based input, so that you can so you have both you have expansion to both image kind of inputs as well as text kind of inputs. In open OCR you can use PyTest and specific financial related or legal related models like legal bot kind of things you can use. And you can for sure you can use some Elasticsearch or similar better database to store your data. So here you can start first extracting the entities, and then you can do a classification of those different entities you extracted, for example contract clauses or different kinds of obligations or terms and conditions. You can try to classify them, and you can do some risk assessment. This see each step is having a separate kind of task. If it is taking very much big time, you can build simple tasks as one project is fine. But I'm just explaining the whole end-to-end project which can be possible the project on this. So here if you see, right, you can upload you can here you can give some options to download your sample contract, or if that is also not possible, simple click a upload button and try to upload the document here, and you do all the analysis, and you can give some of the metrics like risk assessment or contract overviews. So these are the dashboards I'm saying showing, or what are the key entities you have found here, right? What are the critical these are the entities with respect to the parties, these are the entities with respect to the dates. So, with particular this date, these things contract effective will happen. First payment is due on the Jan 15th, for example. Okay. So this kind of dashboard you can show here. So next we'll move to our next React project, that is yes, automotive troubleshooting guide. So when your vehicle break down, right, you take it to the technician to repair your vehicle. So what happened, every time technician may not know the solutions. They may refer to their higher authorities, they may refer to other technicians, or they may sometimes refer many times they refer to other documents like their documentation, their manuals, their service bulletins, their existing resolutions to they will go through those take hours to understand what your problem is, and they will finally resolve your problem. And sometimes it doesn't resolve also, because every time they cannot find the solution. So here what so this is the main challenge, right? A technician mostly struggle when they get some complex diagnostic or complex issues, uh, and many times they do not have access to those proper informations. They do not have all those all those documents with them at the same time, right? So they need to go to different authorities to get those documents and solve it. So what you can do here is you can build a rag based troubleshooting assistant, or specifically which is specifically designed for automotive or automobile based technicians. So it is not for users, it is for the technicians. So this tech so you will have in the input sites like as I said, manuals or service bulletins or knowledge articles or existing ticket resolutions. You can use them as your input to do the embedding, where you do proper chunking and all those things. And whenever technician face the issues, right, of solving those problems, so there you can build you can build a split screen for them, or just me let me show the dashboards. So here the dashboard is like this is the vehicle information they're working on. Okay. Working on, and this is the current issue they got. Either you can keep it like this, or you can put a below a chat window, for example. If you see, you can put a below chat window for asking the question. Once they type the question, the question will appear in this current issues. Okay. And after that, once you got the result, you can then come and you do the rack pipeline. And in rack pipeline, see here you are not going to give a one line or two line answer. Why? Because the technician is seeking for the resolution or the steps how to solve this problem. So you need to give a detailed response, step by step. And if sometimes what happen, if you're giving very big answer also, they might not read all the full. So you can give a summarized or crisp of that, and you can give a reference to that particular PDF or the source of document where that particular answer is coming from. So for example, if I build a split screen here, let's see, I build a split screen here. In this side, on this side I'm asking my question, this side I'm asking my question, and on this side I can show my PDFs, right? From this PDF they are getting the answer, so that they got the crisp of the solution. But for the details step, they can refer to this PDF. You can provide the link. You will get those all in the metadata while you're building your rack pipeline, be it from LangChain or be it from Llama Index kind of framework you used, right? And while building any of this rack pipeline, must have used a threshold score, right, for retrieving the chunks. So that time we can keep a threshold of high threshold, right? So this project, so here you can like start with it's basically step by step guidance to the technicians of the automobiles. Next is our final project, that is uh, agentic AI based project is traveler planner agent. So what happened, you are going to plan any tour, or you are planning any a trip in your future. So what mostly any people do, what do is they first go do research in online. What are the they have might thought of, I need to go to this and that place, but they might know only two or three historical places, but there will be a lot other nearby historical places, right? So those places they may need much time, or they need to invest hours to get those details, to get a particular optimal flight, to book the flight, to find a budget friendly hotel, right? To get their itineraries. So they customers need or users need to spend a lot of time on that, and sometimes user got frustrated and just stop their plan trip, might be, if they didn't get any budget friendly thing, because budget sometimes become constraint for many of the people. So here what we will try to do is we will try to autonomous this travel planning with personalized and end-to-end travel experience. So first you can create a research agent, okay? That can be an individual research agent which can discover, which can do web search on different destination, attraction or activity happening on those places user have been selected or nearby those, and it can collect all the results and give it to the user, so that in one click user got all those informations ab- about that particular destination. Next agent you can build is booking agent, which can book your hotel, which can book your flights depending upon what's the budget is, what time you preferred, or how many days you want to stay. So all these you can again book, create one more agent. So obviously this will be a multi-agent kind of project, but here again single agent can be a single project, only research agent can be a single project there, because that itself is a very big problem statement. If you combine all this, it will become a end-to-end travel experience. So next will be a itinerary agent, right, where you need to schedule their planning. For example, let's go to our dashboard. uh, for example, if you see I am planning to go to Rome for 7 days with having two adults, and I need some premium experience, this is my budget I have. So first research agent can give you what are the attractive places or famous places in there, or what are the restaurants available there, right? And where booking agent can help you, they found these three hotels, you can choose any of these three hotels. They can give these three hotel have this much rating, and this much distance from this point of destination, and this is another hotel, so you have to choose, and agent have to book that automatically, or booking the flights in the same way. And you have to give the itinerary also, like on first day what how they can plan their day, right? Because user has to think where I go to fast, where I can have my lunch, where I can have my coffee, and at what time I need to come back. So all those you can build on one more agent in the itinerary part. Then there can be a budget agent which can analyze your budget, how much budget you total have, how much you are spending, how much days left, and how much budget left, so that they can manage. If they are overspending it, they can manage it, they can reduce some of the unnecessary spending to be in their budget uh, cycle. So this is a complete travel planner agent you can build, where it will uh, give you a end-to-end hassle-free travel experience for the customer to build. uh, you start with any domain or start with any project, be it agentic AI, RAG, or NLP. You choose any domain or any project and start with that particular that align with your interest, and start building the basic version. Do not try to build the whole project at once. Try to building first agent. If you're building agentic, right? Try to build first agent, then try to build second agent, then try to combine those two agent into multi-agent. If that becomes successful, then try to build third and merge them. So like that, you build incrementally, and whatever you are building, document those. Create GitHub repos on that. Share on share those links in your resume, or share those in your LinkedIn platform. You can tag me in your LinkedIn platform as well to get more reach. Okay. And always remember, the goal is not about just building the project. It's about solving the real business problems that matter to the industry or the organization. Because until unless you're not solving a business problem, it will not attracts, it will not excite recruiter to look into you rather than other candidates, right? Because technical skills many people but they have, but what's about the problem solving skills? What about a business acumen? What about industry knowledge? Because if you are specific, if you are mastering in any particular domain or particular industry, that particular industry recruiters might be looking out for you than a normal candidates who have good technical, but but he or she doesn't have any industry knowledge, right? Well, I guess that's all for today's video. And if you like this video, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. uh, and hit the bell icon to stay updated for our upcoming videos. And let me know in the comment if you have any queries about this project, and I will share the GitHub link in the comments below, in the description below. And let me know if you need a specific video on any of the topic interested. I will try to address those. Until then, keep coding, keep learning, and keep growing. Thank you.